Finally, Kuminga and the Warriors soap opera is over. Kuminga and the Warriors have reached a contract of 48.5 million yuan in 2 years. In addition, Moody, Meldon, and Payton are also filled with 15-person big lists after a month of signing in the regular season. After the regular season, this is also the base plate of the Warriors at least half of the season in the future. So what is the level of Kuminga's contract this time? Do the Warriors really need Kuminga? What level of team does the Warriors belong to this season? Where can the old man face the team theory? Follow the video to see what it is like. The Warriors' regular game record in the last season was 48-34, with a regular maintenance period of 17, a defense efficiency period of 17, a success rate of 1, a success rate of 4, a death rate of 3, a 3-point game winning season 2, and a 3-point hit rate of 3. The 3-point hit rate is ranked in the 15th league, and the head-up hit rate is only ranked in the 25th league. Warriors are still the top 5. So, there are already 3 players in the league. They are a defensive strong team. Their defense is through the communication of the whole team, a large number of midfield intercepts, through the rapid package, and will strategically half-release the headshot of individual opponents, increasing the team's defensive ability to protect the rebound. Plus, Dream still maintains a very strong defensive ability, making the Warriors' system clear and have a very good team that can ensure the end of the line. And the arrival of Butler is also a further improvement in the overall defense of the team. Of course, the Warriors' defense is also a fatal weakness. They are not big enough, and it is not the biggest problem that they do not have a large size of the intercontinental line. Without an excellent offensive defender with excellent athletic ability, it will be very tiring for them to face offensive risks. The reason why the postseason was ignored by the Forest Wolf is partly because there was no Kool-Aid. The other part of the reason is that the athletic team is the heaven and earth for the Warriors. The original Warriors have a scarf that also allows the team to have a good defensive player on the line. However, Butler is too old, and his single defense performance is more serious. And the Kool-Aid family does not meet the expectations of the Warriors at the defensive end. He is extremely talented, but he is very reckless. And at the offensive end, the Warriors are an old man's team. Their fast attack performance is the middle and lower part of the alliance. They have to pass the system so that the team can theoretically have multiple offensive points. In fact, the Warriors' offensive space is very dense. Especially before Butler came, the entire team's offensive development ability, offensive end, and offensive signature were also pressed on Kool-Aid. Dream is a offensive point. When there is a smart midfielder, the more powerful the player is, that is to say, he can be a striker, and he can't be a person who supports the basic operation of tactics. Butler's arrival also made everyone see the high-profile basketball. We can't just look at the Warriors being. The problem is that Jimmy in this version is very difficult to appear, or that he can only return to the field at certain times. Jimmy is a basic offensive player who can play as a team. He is the front of the organization at the top level of the alliance. And he belongs to the stable team of the control of the most, like the high-risk, high-return of the Dream, and the freestyle of the Kool-Aid is extremely complementary to his attack and defense time. To grasp the previous version of the acquisition, I didn't use to fight for this word because Jimmy's blue plate is very weak. It's just soft and soft. Occasionally, the punishment is wrong and the cooking ability of the slow midfielder's cooking ability is not good in Jimmy's way of playing. It's old wine. It tastes better and better. He is not that kind of traditional stumbling block shaker. He is a defense expert like Dream. By walking, predicting the position, and precisely pressing the time, he increases the defense threat. So Moody is an excellent defender. And he is good at making mistakes with teammates and making mistakes early. The range of activity is also very suitable for the Warriors' defense system in the midfield. When the Warrior put out 3-2 defense, Moody, Dream, Butler, these 3 old people will bring a comfortable defense performance. And there is a Moody at the end of the attack. It is to make up with Jimmy and let the space of the court expand again. These values are invisible. Moreover, Moody's 3-point hit rate is more than 36%. The last season's postseason was even up to 40%. The basic system of the Warrior is not to worry about. And their weakest part of the system is that they need a player like Kuminga. Kuminga and Jimmy are very incompatible. This is a fact. Kuminga basically can't understand that the Warrior gets the boat and cuts the system. This is also a fact. Kuminga is arrogant and thinks that he and Kuminga are the same level of players. This is also a fact. And Kuminga is a person who is good enough to be able to fight against the unbeatable talent. This is also a fact. Kuminga's technical characteristics make him need enough space to show his own advantages. His control technique is not delicate. He is not as good as Jimmy to capture the time difference and use the head, boat, and armor movements in his own technical framework. Kuminga is a tangent athlete on the basketball court. He also has a headshot ability. Especially when he concentrates his spirit, his head is above the average line. He can also have unreasonable skills. He will improve himself. He will be able to solve the problem at the beginning of the month. In terms of game sense, Kuminga is indisputable. He is the most active in the Warriors system. And he can't open the situation anymore. Or Kuminga and Butler. One of them can't make it to the court as the second attack point of the team. He is not integrated into the system. He is an independent system. Whether it's the defense or the defense, he is the X factor of the court. And Kuminga has the ability to punish the wrong position, which has always been underestimated. In the case that he has to be busy, he often gets a laugh. But as the main coach of a team, it is also impossible for Kuminga to have too many mistakes. It's not just about the defense, but also about the opportunity for the offense. This is the difference between each other's ideas and perspectives. The best matchup for Kuminga's basketball is the play of the wild horse to the river. And the soldiers are the ones who are the finalists among them. It is the type of player that can control his opponents and make mistakes at the time of the kill. Of course, it's more counterintuitive. Sometimes Kuminga is very suitable for the Warrior system. Sometimes he focuses on the court. Whether the defense performance is excellent or not. His cut-ins are very overbearing. He can chase dreams with physical numbers. High-risk pass and directly blow it up. The problem is that Kuminga's performance is not good. He can't get the ball. His play is not good. So this time the contract Warrior has the option of the team is also passive to become active for them to be able to observe the Kumin family to see him in the team of the degree of integration or the current game influence of the continuity in Kumin family from the short line to say the total contract is certainly not compared to before, but for the belief that he can step into the national star level. This is a very good result to ensure that he has a good heart. The team must also give him a certain degree of freedom and full control, so that he can play in line with the performance of the price, at least compared to other teams. He originally knew the Warrior system, and in this soap opera, the core three old men also spoke for him. His confidence will be more, especially chasing the dream as particularly hope the Kumin family to stay. The other player worth noting is Boji Musk. Boji's injury is very high. He knows very well what he should do. The problem is that he is not stable, and he is originally a player of the Pinto type. You are the most reasonable requirement for him. It is a good thing to be able to respond to those opportunities to set a point to cast, rather than to let him control the performance. Greatly improve his stability of the control position for the Warrior is the main content. As for the purpose, I feel that it is the problem of the new model. He will always have a good performance and get the heavy use. After the heavy medicine, the state of the right is stretched and moved to the edge. When I have to use it, the state of the right is large and the heavy use is obtained. It is in such a cycle that the basic face of the Warrior has been created. No trade has been added to the season. The primary problem for them is the poor management of the elderly. The quality of the old man's lineup is very good. I am worried that it will take only 2 or 3 matches to find the tacit understanding between each other. It's like we go to the baseball field and age a little bigger. It looks like there is no exercise, but it can form tacit understanding in a short time. But the long regular season and the postseason is the body. The willpower is what you can say when you can play normally. Warriors in the last season because of the chase all the way to let themselves not be in the best condition to enter the postseason. And the new season coach group needs to pay more attention to this part of the content. After all, their first 5 people, if it is Cooley, Sheldon, Butler, Dream, or Ford. The average age is close to 36 years old, and there is a 35-year-old Cooley on the substitute team. It's a 2-year-old little pair of boots. This set of formats on the paper or in the healthy state of the series is very good. The key is how to repair and how to match. Warriors are likely to make a deal in the middle of the season. In this case, Moody seed is one of them. Plus, the Kuminga family will change to a high-quality multifunction first. It is initially expected that the final record of the Warriors will be 51-31, the 6th record in the West. As for whether to attack the upper half, I think the Warriors do not need this. It is also not suitable. The main problem in front of them is to maintain health, not the advantage of the main court. And the core players have also seen a lot of wind and waves, and they are very stable in their mentality. The injury may suddenly wake them up at a certain night and make them do their best. As for the Warriors, is it a high-level team or can it reach the Western Final? Let's put it this way. If you don't make a deal, the Warriors lineup does not have such ability. The team is too aging and lacking in vitality. The core hard-to-understand players and the senior players are too old and have too many unstable factors. This Warrior will be very good-looking. They will play beautiful team basketball, not fort-level basketball. Brothers, this is the video of this issue. The video is not easy to create. I hope you can pay attention and like it. Thank you.